love breastfeeding so much that yes, I think it's a great idea. It was the worst, like if somebody would have told me it started out as bad as it did, like he nursed perfectly, but if someone would have told me it was that hard the first 2 months, at least I would have been prepared for it. But I think people know that it gets better and it gets easier, and it gets so easy that I ended up doing it for 14 months. I never thought I would do it that long. And yeah, it was the best time I ever had with him. I miss that, and I still rock him like I did when I nursed him because I miss that feeling.
Personally feel that, I don't know, 2 is too long. When they when the child starts using nursing as like a crutch, then that I don't agree with. I feel that, you know, there's something else that can replace that instead of pulling on mom's shirt. But I think nursing is wonderful and beautiful.
I'm done.
And I breastfed all 3 of mine, but and then I started to alternate a little bit with bottles. And so when I did that, the very last feeding was a bottle, and so I knew how much the child was getting at the last feeding, and I would fill it up 5 ounces or whatever it was, and make sure that they ate as much as they could out of that one.
There's something special about breastfeeding that there's nothing else that is breastfeeding. Like there's nothing else. And I know that there's obviously benefits to bottle feeding. I don't know, to me breastfeeding outweighs them all. And I just let my kids breastfeed as long as they wanted. Like Griffin did till a whole year, and Kadri did till 10 months. But it was totally up to them. Like I let them do it as long as they wanted, and when they were done, they were done.
I didn't know what I was doing, and it's a process that has to be learned, both for the baby and for the mom, I think. I didn't understand how curious they were, so at 5 months, 6 months, I stopped breastfeeding Alicia because she was too curious. She wanted to look around, and I thought she was just not interested. With my second one, I knew that that was normal. So she breastfed until a year, and I actually had to wean her off. She said she wanted to keep going, but I was too tired, and she was on solids already, and I didn't feel a need for it. And this little guy, he is breastfeeding as well, and again, I'll probably do it to the year. But I think more just don't beat yourself up. If you can do it, great, because it really does develop a bond between the mother. But at the same time, I've known lots of moms that can't do it because of inverted nipples, or because you get sore, or just don't beat yourself up about it.
I breastfeeded Arbaz for 2 weeks, and then I pumped for 8 weeks, and he was still, so he actually got used to the bottle so much that he had bottled until he was 4. Schwab, I pumped for, he didn't even want to latch, so I had to pump for the first month, and that he only had breast milk for 1 month, and he continued with formula until he was 3. And then when he got to pre-K, that's when he stopped drinking bottle.
Actually, Oscar, who's my oldest, I breastfed him until he was 4 months, and I went back to work early when he was 2 months, and I went between formula and the breast, and I really regret that, because I find that he was more insecure during those early months than my other 2 kids. Piper, my second girl, I breastfed her till 7 months, and she wouldn't do both, so I had to go cold turkey and get her onto the bottle, and she became more insecure after that, but then recovered quicker than Oscar did. Willow, I'm still breastfeeding, but I have given her water from a bottle, and she doesn't mind the water. But yeah, I feel like we've got a really strong bond, like so far anyway. And she's 5 months now.